Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of the movie Captain Miller starring Dhanush. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. Okay, I've been traveling, but I finally got a chance to see Captain Miller, and wow. Okay, Kathy and Amit have been telling me about this director, Arun Matheswaran, and they have watched the film Rocky, which evidently is extremely hard to find, and then I watched this week his previous film with Kirti Suresh. Oh my God, Asani Kayadam. Wow. Okay, I think I'm going to do a review of that with Kathy and maybe Amit this weekend. So, saving my thoughts on that, but super violent, let's just put it that way. Super violent. That was somewhat of a period piece in that the Kirti Suresh film was set in the 80s, I think. Okay, but this is really a period piece. And I just sort of remember the trailer being more about Dhanush and not about other characters. And I literally was sitting in the theater and I was that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio, the one where he's sitting in the chair and he goes, that was me the entire movie. I happened to be at a showing where I was the only person in the theater. So I pulled out my phone a couple of times in the middle of it. I'm like, wait, isn't that? And it was each time. So besides the amazing Dhanush that we all love, there was a couple of key, supporting players. So we have Shiva Rajkumar, who is extremely famous in Kannada cinema. My first exposure to him, I believe, was in Jailer. So that was my first, hey, it's that guy. The dance scene between Dhanush and him and Shiva was like mind-blowing. I loved it so much. If you haven't seen the film, don't want to spoil it, but he does play Dhanush's older brother, which I thought was awesome. Then, much smaller role, but I was like, Sundeep Kishan plays Captain Rafiq. Well, there's a part where Dhanush's character joins the British military, and so he is this captain. And then we have Edward Sonnenblick, I think is the guy's name. I'm like, wasn't that the bad guy in RRR? Yeah, I don't mean like the big, governor or whatever bad guy, but the younger bad guy. Yeah, he's back, badder than ever. I was like, yeah, so, he's one of those rare white actors that's in a movie and he's actually pretty good. Like, some of these white actors that they seem to just grab off the street are not so great. All right, I want to also give a special mention. John Kokken played the prince, and he just kind of had there's always this evil, I'm laughing and I'm enjoying the suffering of others kind of face all the time. And then our key, it's not really a love story, but Priyanka Arul Mohan, who I'm not sure if she is familiar to me. Anyway, she plays a key female role, Vemati. And then there is, I think it's Aditi Balan, plays a key member of the gang of bandits that Dhanush forms. And I loved that this director, the Kirti Suresh role, talk about, a woman willing to pick up a gun and whatever, and be violent. This character, a relatively smaller supporting role, but I thought it was great that there was a woman that was part of the bandits. It was just not even remarked upon. And then, actually one time Dhanush says, if all this ends, you should just go get married. You should just go get married, have babies. And she's just like, what? And he's like, listen, I'm the one doing the dishes and you're the one cleaning a rifle. I'm not being sexist, but I'm like, oh man. But anyway, kudos to the director for including her as a character among the bandit gang. Dhanush was amazing as always, but I mean, there's no doubt about that, right? But there's really only one big dance number, and it was incredibly awesome. As I said, it was with Shiva Rajkumar, known for superstar of Kannada cinema. So that was one of my favorite parts of the entire film. Now, was this film violent? Yeah. Was it more violent than not more than his previous film, let me just put it that way. It was a lot more, people being shot with guns and whatever, like, not the intimate kind of violence, let's just put it that way, that was in the previous film. So, the first half, it was a little long. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes about. First half, for me, there were parts that dragged. But then the second half, after the interval, I felt like we were really off to the races. Super evil British. The confrontations were a little bit different than what I've ever seen before. And I mean, I love that it wasn't just British or evil, that it was also these upper caste people who were oppressing the villagers, the village that Dhanush had come from, and that there was a major theme of them being able to enter a temple space. So it wasn't just, back in the olden days, the British were the only ones that were bad. No, I mean, it really got into what were the British making the people who had no other alternative, and so therefore joined the military because they were, so limited in what they could do because of the caste hierarchy. And then, so it really got into that. Okay, it was an escape for this guy to join the military, but then what was he forced to do? And then how he has to reckon with that for the rest of the film, and his relationship with people when he tries to go home, and they're like, you're the one that did that. And you were a part of that. And so I felt like, wow, really, as like for a movie that you're like, it was a, rollicking action film. Yes, but it was about something. It had all these themes. Some of these cast themes I'd seen, like I said, in the previous film. But, because can anyone show emotion like Dhanush when he's showing guilt or having tears in his eyes and just devastated by someone's death? Like, he's so great, and he gets to do really wild action scenes with, I don't even know what they're called, but like this, it's bigger than a rifle, bigger than a shotgun. I don't even know what it was, but like this monster gun. Like, he's getting to do these ridiculous, over-the-top action scenes, also getting to have these incredibly deep emotional moments, and so this film had a lot more to it than I was expecting, let's just put it that way. So, eager to seek out this director's previous film, Rocky, which Kathy and Ahmed have been telling me about. This director-writer is someone to watch. I absolutely loved, like I said, how he wove in these different actors who were famous from different things. Like, it was really perfect how he put Dhanush and Shiva together in this movie together, and I felt it was really something special to see them act together, to see them dance together, to see them do action scenes together. It was awesome. More of that. So, let me know if you had a chance to see Captain Miller and what you thought about the film. I really liked it. So it's not perfect. Like I said, maybe a little bit too long, but I really liked it. And this director has really interesting cinematography and shots as well. It was more experimental and art house looking in the previous film. But there were scenes here where he still has this theme of doing chapters. Some scenes are in black and white. And he did leave a little opening at the end for maybe a part 2. So I'm crossing my fingers for that. Crossing both fingers for that. All right. If you saw the film, please do comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. Follow me on Twitter at PardeziYT. Follow me on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at Pardesi Reviews. And if you hit the bell here when you subscribe, you'll never miss another trailer action or film review. And if you made it this far, just announcing that I'm going to be away from my channel for a few weeks because I'm traveling in India. And yes, I am going to Tamil Nadu. I am traveling to Chennai. So, I will report back in a few weeks. Bye.